iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Good afternoon, race fans. We are here for week number 4 of Millertime Motorsports, the 305 All-Stars, week number 4. And I've got Jason Haynes right beside me to call all the action once again as we are getting you set for qualifying here in just a few minutes. Jason, how are you doing on this fine evening here at Limaland?
Not too bad. Another great Saturday night. Looking forward to some real small short track racing here tonight.
Absolutely. A very, very tiny track and a somewhat smaller field. I think last I checked was 11 cars. May have a couple more that has signed into the pits. Nonetheless, though, it'll be a action-packed night with the 305 All-Stars, and these guys are trying to make a name for themselves to be able to put themselves into the Premier League, which is the 305 Outlaw Series. And that will be tomorrow night, and you'll be able to watch that one right here on Dirt Eye TV here on YouTube. Don't want to miss that show. And the pre-race show starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so you don't want to miss that as well, as we'll cover everything from last week's winner, some really good finishers from last week also. And we'll also have your picks. Who do we think is going to win at Limaland in the 305 Outlaws? But we got to talk about the All-Stars first tonight. And Jason, who are we keeping our eyes on tonight?
Well, I think it's going to be more of the same. We're going to be keeping our eyes on, Grant Clark, Byron Gay, Logan Mallet. I see JP Schreider and a couple of the other guys aren't here tonight. So that kind of opens the door for some of these other guys that are kind of in the middle of the pack in points to kind of move up and make a name for themselves.
We do have a new driver here, Daniel Selleck. He's here tonight and has put in quick time right now in that 5:11 machine. Grimm is there in that second position. Mallet in the third position. Grant Clark, there you talk about him. He's in that fourth position. And Jansen Jr. is in that top 5 in qualifying as we get set to conclude here. To kick it over into qualifying here in just a few moments. Before we do, we got to thank our sponsors for putting us on the air tonight. GNR Drywall, got to check them out. Man, there's no job that's too big for them. GNR Drywall, give them a call to get day 330-466-1010. Look them up on Facebook as well. And a good old Redline Race Designs, big sponsor this season, all season long. If you need that wrap, you can get it done. Redline Race Designs, check them out on Facebook. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Limaland for week number 4 of Millertime Motorsports, the All-Stars Series, and qualifying is getting set to conclude. Looks like we're waiting on one driver to take time. That's Don Reedy, as he just concluded his lap. He's going to be 12th on the board here And we do have 12 cars, the same as last week. But will we see a repeat winner? Jason, what do you think?
Going with the track record so far, I'm going to go with no. We haven't had a repeat winner all season. Seems like the winner doesn't really have good luck the next week after that and opens the door for other people. So I'm looking for another new winner this week.
Awesome. And let's look at the starting lineup here in heat race number 1. I'll take that first row, and Jason will take your second row. Here's how it stacks up here on heat race number 1. Starting on the pole from Canada, number 6, that's Grant Clark. Starting second from Ohio, number 91, that's Matt Grimm.
Starting on the second row on the inside, a new driver with quick time tonight, the 5'11" of Dan Selleck. On the outside, another new driver, the 76 of Bryson Howe.
And on that final row, row number 3, in that 5th position from Millertime Motorsports, number 69, that's Chris Miller. Starting 6th from New York, number 52, Joshua Stewart. We got 10 laps. We're getting you set to go green flag tonight at Limaland. 2 by 2, they look for the green here out of turns number 4. It's on Grant Clark and Grimm. Green flag is in the air.
Right off the bat, battle for second. Everybody 2 by 2 behind the leaders. Grant Clark is going to come by and complete the first lap.
Grant Clark has your lead up front. There's car gets tangled there in turns number 2. Grant Clark up front. And that Daniel Selleck, he's in that second position. He's from Australia and a teammate of Sean Stevens that is in the Outlaw Series. He's running second right now, right behind Grant Clark here in heat race number 1.
Top 3 kind of just pulling away from the rest of the field. Just single file, nose to tail here. Just running that middle groove. A little bit of a peak down low for first place, but nothing coming there.
Daniel Selleck is your fastest guy out on the speedway right now. The last 3 laps was belonged by him, so he is fastest. The question is, can he get around Grant Clark? As we've got 5 laps to go here in heat race number 1 with Clark, Selleck, and Grimm, your top 3.
Still, everybody really running equal lap times, running the same line. Tack is really, really sticky right now, really hard to pass.
Kind of figured that was going to be the case here in the heat race number 1 before this line starts to move up. All that moisture is still down the bottom, and that's where everyone's running nose to tail as you try to see Selleck kind of go a little bit high there, try to get a run here, and he's right on the back bumper of Clark. You'll see him maybe have a chance here with 2 laps to go.
Eakin down below, looking for a slider. No, Grant Clark continues with the momentum. Selleck will fall in line.
Coming out of turns number 3 and 4, this is for the checkers, and Grant Clark's going to take her home. Daniel Selleck in second, and Matt Grimm gets that 3rd position.
Good win for Grant Clark there. That'll give him a good position start for the A main tonight.
Absolutely. Grant Clark getting her done there in heat race number 1. And now we got you set for heat race number 2, your final heat race before we get into your main event action. And starting on the pole, that number 35, that's Miles Jansen Jr. Starting second from Ohio, number 152, that's Logan Mallet.
Starting in the second row on the inside, we got from Millertime Motorsports, Byron Gay. Starting on his outside, we have from Australia, Ivan McKenzie.
Starting in 5th from Pennsylvania, number 336, that's Gordon Insinger. And starting 6th from Ohio, number 88, that's Dan Reedy. We are about to go green flag here out of turns number 4. 2 by 2. You got Jansen, you got Mallet. That second row, you got Gay and McKenzie. We're about to drop the hammer here in heat race number 2. Green flag is flying in the air at Limaland Speedway.
Great start from Jansen. Gay challenging down low for second, but nothing coming there. See the track starting to slick off just a little bit.
Miles Jansen Jr. up front leading this one early in on it. We got Logan Mallet running a lane above Jansen Jr. and then Byron Gay in the number 11 machine trying to reel these two in. The last lap by your fastest guy on the speedway was Logan Mallet there in second.
The wall a little bit there, and that's going to let the 46 car Ryan McKenzie by for third place there. Gay comes back with a slider on the bottom.
Byron Gay making a little mistake here in the heat racing action, and now he's got a lot of pressure with Ian McKenzie. Now you got a battle for the race lead. That was a slider by Logan Mallet. Jansen was back underneath. They file back in single file. Logan Mallet may have something for Miles Jansen Jr. as he showed it right there. We've got 5 to go. They're coming to the line. We've got 4 left to go around Limaland.
Mallet still working that outside line, just waiting for that opportunity for a good momentum run here. Another run on the outside. Here he goes into turn 1.
Logan Mallet to the bottom. They will make contact, and it was really ugly. It was ugly. He got a right rear. Jansen Jr. is upside down in this one, and he'll have to go to the infield. You got Logan Mallet now that's may end up getting an EOL for that. We'll have to see what the officials call on that, as our first caution is out onto the speedway tonight. As it's a tight area down there. Jason trying to run the bottom, and Logan had a run there, and he didn't want to give up on it, but just didn't have the room there on the outside.
Yeah, no, and then everybody else was just kind of innocent, kind of took out a lot of the good cars there in that heat race, but I'm sure they'll pull it into the pits and get a quick repair and come on back out.
Yep, just like we've seen Byron Gay do. He's got his quick repair. Now he's back out there on the racetrack, but that puts the lead in Ian McKenzie's hand now in that 46 machine, the Aussie. And Gordon Insinger is right there in striking distance in that second position in the 336 machine, pink and black. So 2 guys that, especially Gordon and both Ian McKenzie, a little bit new to seeing this, being up front in a heat race. As here comes Byron trying to get underneath Gordon Insinger. They make a little bit of contact there. Now Byron gets underneath Gordon and takes that position away. Logan will take the position as well. White flag is out on the speedway. And now we got a race for that second position side by side, but it's going to be Ian McKenzie up front, and he will take it to distance, and he'll get the checkers with Byron Gay in second and Logan Mallet in that third position. Except for your B main action now. We're going to have 6 cars in this one. Starting on the pole from Millertime Motorsports, number 69, that's Chris Miller. Starting second from Pennsylvania, number 336 is Gordon Insinger.
Starting in the second row on the inside, we got the 76 car from Pennsylvania, Bryson Howe. Starting on the outside from Parabella Motorsports, it's Miles Jansen Jr.
And starting in that 5th position from New York, number 52, that's Joshua Stewart. Starting 6th from Ohio, number 88, that's Don Reedy. Miles Jansen Jr. now back here in the B main. I think he'll be one to definitely watch here. Trying to go through this field. I'm going to say he will get there pretty quick. And his green flag is in the air.
Chris Miller taking the lead right off the bat. Nice good start for him. Ensinger on the outside getting a little bit of a run on him as they complete the first lap.
Jansen Jr. is now up into the third position. He's up one spot in this one, and now going to try to track down your race leaders with Chris Miller leading the way in the number 69 position in the 69 machine, and the owner of Millertime Motorsports League. And if it wasn't for him, this league wouldn't be here. So it's pretty cool to see him running up front here in that 69 machine in the B main.
Always awesome seeing Chris run up front. Really good guy and a great driver, and as I talked, we got a little bit of a battle coming up for second place here. Jansen working the inside on Howe.
Howe and Jansen. Jansen's looking at a different line here. He's entering in, hitting the cushion there, and then dipping it back down mid to exit. And he's starting to close in on Howe. And Howe's going to have to fight him off and try to hold him back there for 6 more laps, as Chris Miller's been out front this entire race looking for a B-main win.
He's holding steady, running that cushion, coming out of the corner. Jansen will follow him. Howe goes a little bit down low into the middle there. Continuous, just running that cushion through the corners.
These cars don't look like they have much difference in speed. It's kind of just follow each other around, hope one car makes a mistake, as Jansen's just trying to every kind of line here to try to get around. Not being able to do it yet, as they're still side by side there on the exit. 2 laps remaining.
Miller just checking out on the field there. Great run from Chris Miller today.
Last lap by, your fastest guy out there was Miles Jansen Jr. And the second fastest was your race leader, Chris Miller, as the white flag is waving. Coming out of turns number 4, you got your race winner, Chris Miller. We are getting you set for your A main action here in just a few moments. Jason, what's your picks here in this? As I think there's some really good drivers in here. I'm going to go ahead and say I think Selig's going to put it in victory lane tonight.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Jansen. I think Jansen's going to come through the field and prove us all wrong here.
Okay, Jansen is your pick. Selig's who I'm picking. It's going to be a good one. There's still some really good guys in there. Logan Mallow was running a good race, so he slid up into a car there, so you never know. He may be able to come through the field. So there's some good drivers still in here that could get it done. Can Byron Gay get it done? Every time we speak of his name, it seems like he messes up. I didn't speak of his name on purpose, but now I have. So will he make it to the finish tonight?
I think he can. You know, I see a good finish out of him. It seems like he's had kind of a somewhat rough start to the night, but I think better heads will prevail, and he'll work his way through the field.
Imagine it's a tough task for Byron Gay, as he's a Formula One driver, and here you throw him on dirt, and he's kind of out of his elements at times.
Yeah, that's a big change coming from a Formula One car to a tiny little short track with high banks. So definitely a big change for him, but I can see him adjusting well.
All right, so we've got 30 laps on tap for your A-Main action, and we'll be back here in just a few moments for your A-Main.
Hello, race fans. I'm Ozzy Altman, joining you at what has to be, without a doubt, the most highly anticipated dirt racing event in the history of motorsports. Now, Eldora Speedway, located in the northern central side of Ohio, right near the Indiana border, is no stranger to big money events. But this night, something special happens. 100 laps on the hallowed half mile. The winner picks up $1 million. Can he do it? Johnny Moran, you're a millionaire. And what would you do to win the Eldora Million?
Each year, legends battle for greatness. All strive to be better than the ones before them. But only one will be victorious. The 61st NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals presented by Casey's. August 10th through August 13th, only at Knoxville Raceway. Get your tickets now at knoxvilleRaceway.com.
All right, race fans, welcome back to Limaland Speedway, and we're getting you set for your feature event. And we'll have to call out this grid pretty quick. This pace car gets around here way too quick. And starting on the pole tonight from Canada, number 6, that's Grant Clark. Starting second from Australia, number 46, that's Ian McKenzie.
Starting third, we got Dan Selleck. Starting fourth, we got Byron Gay.
Starting in that fifth position from Ohio, number 91, that's Matt Grimm. Starting sixth from Ohio, number 152, that's Logan Mallett.
Starting seventh, we got the 69 of Chris Miller, and starting eighth, we got the 76 of Bryson Howe.
Starting ninth from that number 35, Miles Jansen Jr. Starting 10th from New York, number 52, that's Joshua Stewart.
Starting 11th, we got the 336 of Gordon Ensinger. Starting 12th, we got Don Reedy.
That is your lineup for your A main here in the All-Stars. Grant Clark, McKenzie, Selleck, and Gay. The top four there. As we get you set to go green flag here out of turns number 4, iRacing pace truck lights are out. We're getting the command to go green flag racing out of turns number 4. It's going to be on the command of Clark. Clark's on the throttle early. Green flag is in the air at Limaland Speedway.
By prevailing right off the bat, Clark will complete lap 1. Gay running third.
Gay's got a lot of pressure behind him with McKenzie right now. It's kind of single file on up here. You got a pass for the lead. Daniel Selleck with the pass, and he'll take that position away from Clark early in on this one. Selleck's up into the first position, and now there's a lot of pressure there for that second position with Byron Gay right there. And you got Clark trying to hold that position down.
McKenzie contact with Gay, and Gay is upside down into the wall. Caution out on the speedway.
Caution flag waves. As we've seen Ian McKenzie get into Byron Gay, and well, I tried not to give him bad luck, but it seemed like bad luck just kind of bit him right there.
Yeah, just once again, not bad luck. It won't let go of him. That's a top break for Gay. Obviously, he's going to have to come through the field.
I imagine that team owner is very disappointed, and that car has been coming home trashed every week. He's trying to do better. We'll get you reset here with Selleck in your race lead, Clark in second, Logan Mallett in third, Howe in fourth, and fifth is Miles Jansen Jr. And Hall's your biggest leader or biggest gain in this with up 5 positions in this. We're about to go green flag. Double file restart with Selleck and Clark on that front row. 2x2. Here we go. Green flag is in the air.
Start for Selleck. Clark taking the high line. Mallett down low for second.
Logan Mallett looking underneath Clark and also looking underneath Howe. Howe's going to prevail. Low line don't seem to be working right now as these guys going to freight train Logan Mallett on the outside.
Jansen on the outside of Mallett. Kicks down to the inside. Jansen from the back of the field into 6th place already. Jansen
on up into that 5th position now. He's up 4 positions in this race, and they work the top side of this racetrack right behind Clark. Clark's got him stacked up here for that 2nd position as Selleck starts to run away with it up front. Jansen with a peek down to the inside on the 4th place car. Nothing doing there.
second, third, and fourth, nose to tail, right up to the cushion in turn 3 and 4.
That is where your race is at, and we hold true to that race with Clark in that second position. Here comes a slider from Hall looking, and he does complete it, and it's a good one right in front of Clark, and Clark had to kind of move his line a little bit different, and there's contact and wreck. Caution flag is waving out onto the speedway. These short sliders are causing some issues, getting into people, and these are why the caution flags are waving. And these guys have to understand, and I imagine they do understand, that this is huge. I mean, these guys are trying to bid themselves into the 305 Outlaw Series by proving that they have what it takes. So every pass has to be timed perfectly to show that they know how to race these things. But Miles Jansen Jr. up in the third position.
For Selleck so far as well. Really curious to see Selleck and Jansen battle here. Both starting on the inside.
Green flag is in the air once again for Selleck. Jansen gets a good start there as well on Clark. Goes to the inside. And they're going to give enough room for Clark on the outside. Clark will take that position. Here comes Jansen with a hard slider to the cushion. Clark back underneath to take that position back over.
Mallet with the run. Mallet coming up on the third position here. All three cars running the high line. Clark, Jansen, Mallet.
Three-car train right here trying to catch Daniel Selleck that's leading this race and has led every bit of it. There's Jansen right to the back bumper of Clark. Gave him a little nose and let him know, hey, I'm here and I want that position. Hard slider right across the nose of the sixth machine, and he cuts it back down underneath the 35. That's a great battle there for that second position. Sliders back and forth for these two, with Jansen and Clark going at it here with 15 laps to go.
Still trading sliders. Mallet still just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen there. Oh, and Clark is into the wall.
Clark in the wall, and that caught Grimm. Grimm was involved at 91. Lost the front wing. He'll have to go in for repairs. Jansen, Miles Jansen Jr. now up into the second position. He's up 7 spots in this race and is now looking after that race leader.
This is going to be a good battle. Selleck showing great speed so far, and then Jansen running his way through the field. And the track is starting to open up to bottom and top lane racing.
And you said it. You had Jansen. You said that he could probably get through the field. He's right there in that second position. I took Selleck. Selleck led from the drop of the green flag. As we will get you restart. We're halfway through it here at the Limaland Speedway. As it's Selleck, Jansen Jr., Mallet, Chris Miller in that fourth position, and Joshua Stewart in the fifth position. We're going to go green flag here out turns number 4. It's on the command of Selleck. He's looking for the green. The green flag is waving. Green flag is out, and Jansen Jr. gets a good start as well. Goes to the top side of the racetrack to try to match the speed of Selleck up top.
Cars running the high line. Look at Chris Miller up into the 4th spot from the back of the field. Great run for Chris Miller tonight.
Chris up 3 spots now inside the top 5 in that 69 machine. Back up front, Daniel Selleck still leading this race. Last time by, he was faster than Jansen Jr. just by a little bit. As we've got 10 laps now left in this race.
Gaggle of cars back in the field. Clark trying to work his way back through the field after that incident earlier in the feature. And Byron Gay working his way back through the field here.
Clark looking to the inside of that 69 machine of Miller. Not going to be able to do it yet. As you said, Byron Gay's trying to make a move, but he's got a cluster of cars right in front of him with Ian McKenzie and Gordon Insinger there. They make contact. Gordon Insinger up and over. Caution flag waves once again in the All-Star race at Limaland.
Everyone battling for every position because every point matters. Points are really tight right now. Jansen doing what he needs to do to extend his point lead. He came in with a 29-point lead. I imagine it'll grow a little bit.
Can anybody catch Selleck right now? Jansen seems to be matching his time, but that don't seem like that's going to be enough. It may take him hitting the restart perfect and putting a slider in turn 1 to knock him off his course. As we've got 5 laps remaining in this one, he's going to have to do it in these 5 laps if he's wanting to take home the win tonight here at Limaland.
Under 10 laps to go, it'll be a single file restart. You're going to have Selleck, Jansen, Mallet, and Miller.
Single file. We're about to go green flag here out of turns number 4. Green flag is waving. We have
Great restart by Selleck.
6 laps to go. Selleck got the restart that he needed. Jansen Jr. in that second position, going to try to wheel him back in, but man, did he get a good restart there. 5 laps remaining.
Miller with contact with Clark. Miller into the wall. No yellow flag. They will keep running. Selleck continuing to lead. Jansen falling behind a little bit. Both running the cushion.
Both Selleck and Jansen proving tonight that they belong in the Outlaws. They want to try to make their bid, as we've got 2 laps now for Selleck. And last time by, Selleck was your fastest guy out there. White flag is in the air for Selleck. In that 5 machine, YOB Racing, he's looking for checkers here in the All-Stars. Coming out of turns number 4, Selleck will get it done at Limaland. Jansen Jr. in that second position. Matt Grimm just barely beats Logan Mallet at the line. Grant Clark is your top 5.
Great debut for Daniel Selleck here in the All-Star Series. Another solid finish for Jansen as he's going to extend his points lead.
That's correct. Daniel Selleck getting the win. His debut in the 511 machine. The YOB Racing gets it done. Miles Jansen Jr. in that second position in the number 35. Matt Grimm comes home 3rd. 4th was Logan Mallet. 5th was Grant Clark. 6th was Ian McKenzie. 7th was Gordon Insinger. 8th was Byron Gay. 9th was Chris Miller. 10th was Bryson Hall. 11th was Joshua Stewart. And 12th was Don Reedy. What a good race we've seen with Daniel Selleck being able to put it in victory lane. But the real talk was Miles Jansen being able to come through the field. Up 7 spots here at Limaland tonight.
Yeah, once again, that's what it takes to win championships is salvaging points. And he did his best to make up as many points as he could working through the field. So great run for Jansen today.
That's all the coverage we've got tonight here at the All-Stars here at Limaland. We will be live again tomorrow night. You will not want to miss that show. That one will be the exciting show with your pro drivers. Clayton Tilley has won the last 2 races, but says this could be his track that he may struggle on. Will we see a new winner in the 305 Outlaw Series? We'll see that tomorrow. Don't forget the pre-race show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll drop the green flag just after 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all for tuning in tonight for the All-Stars at Limaland.